Guys, this is PARM with Pro Box Respect TKO. I'm at the new TKO boxing gym with the legendary Johnny Eames. How are you, pal?
I'm fine, thanks, Mark.
Good to see you again, mate.
And you, mate.
Thanks for the coffee, because it's bloody freezing outside.
Cold in here.
Yeah, cold in here, and it's snowing as well.
Yeah.
First of all, for myself, mate, congratulations on the new TKO gym.
Thanks very much.
Said to you before, it's very much part of my inspiration, hence the name of my outfit, if you like. Johnny, for the viewers who don't know you, please, mate, just give them a little insight how you got into boxing yourself.
As a kid, it's the old cliche, really. As a kid, I was always in trouble in the streets, fighting, short term in prison, come out of prison, went to the local amateur club. I went to the local amateur club when I was 11, but I think I might have told you this story before. After a couple of weeks, they put me in sparring, come back home with a fat lip, and my mum went, "That's it, you ain't going anymore." I never went back again till I come out of detention centre at the age of 18.
That sounds like an Indian mum, and then she'll say, "Right, I told you, you've got to become a lawyer or a doctor."
I was a good-looking kid. That's what I was.
You still are, mate.
She didn't want to mess me. She didn't want to mess me looks up. But you know, when I was allowed to make my own decisions at 18, I went back. So, and from then on, the rest is history. It's like being a drug addict. You can't put the smoke down once, as you know. Once you get into it at any type of level,
it's
you
passion.
just become addicted.
Exactly. You've mentioned to me before, because we done an interview, I think maybe 6 months ago tops. You mentioned that Jimmy Tibbs was one of your inspirations
most
as
definitely,
well.
Most definitely, yeah. One of my mentors.
One of your mentors.
Even Mickey May, who sadly passed away now, who was head trainer at West Ham when I first went there.
Yeah.
And coincidentally, they're very close friends. We're very close friends anyway.
Okay.
And them two people, as well as one other, his name's gone now. Jimmy Skiver, old Scots Jimmy Skiver.
Yeah.
Who helped me start Lansbury boxing clubs. 3 guys who have a big part in me being, or me having done, not doing at the moment, but having done so well in boxing.
Yeah. Yeah. Good, all good guys you mentioned there. Again, going back to that last interview, mate, I met you at a slightly different venue down the road. Obviously, this is a far bigger venue. Yeah. It was a nice one. Was it Newbury Boxing Club, wasn't it?
Newham Boxing Club.
Newham. Yeah. How come the venue's changed, Johnny?
Well, I mean, Newham Boxing Club was always a temporary stopover for me, and I'd like to put on record, you know. Excuse me.
Bless you.
I'd like to put on record that you know, Joey Chapman was one of the few that did offer. Joey Chapman, by the way, is the guy that runs Newham Boxing Club.
Okay.
Was one of the guys who stood on for me when I was homeless, as in terms of a boxing club. Yeah. And allowed me to use the gym at a very low rent. And you know, I'll always be grateful for Joey. It's the second time he's housed me when I've been homeless with TKO. So, obviously, when this venue come along, you're sitting in it now, I could never ever refuse it. Yeah. You know? It's
amazing. I mean, we're only seeing one part of it, but for the viewers' perspective, on the left-hand side here, there's so many different machines and equipments, mate. It's amazing.
I mean, you see this small ring here at the moment.
Yeah.
Monday, the big ring going in behind this.
Yeah.
The 24-foot ring, which will be used for our sparring. The punch bags, Chaz Simmons. Big thanks to Chaz coming in to put me up a frame for my punch bags. You know, the voluntary help I've had off of good people, good friends, is unbelievable. Yeah.
Like I said, mate, there's a lot of good people in boxing, a lot of humble people, and you know, a lot of people obviously got a lot of respect for you, including myself. So it's nice that they've come to your aid.
There's a lot of people that haven't as well.
Yeah, fair play, mate. So the rings and bags are in.
No,
Johnny,
the bags ain't in, they're going in next week.
They're going to be going in. Okay, but when's the official opening, Johnny? When you thinking?
I've not come up with an official opening yet. I'd like to be open, maybe not for the public, but I'd like to be up and running by the end of next week, or the beginning of the week after. It keeps being put back. I mean, I just explained to the trader I have on my phone, I'd have had the punch bag frames in yesterday. If Chaz Simmons could have got in touch with me, because my phone was broken and was off, he couldn't get in touch with me, so he didn't think I wanted it done yesterday. We spoke this morning, and hopefully he can get in next week, he said. Okay. But obviously, he's got his own company, he's coming to do it voluntary, so I've got to fit it in around Chaz. And again, on record, Chaz, thanks very much, mate.
Brilliant. Regarding the plans for the fighters coming in here, Is it going to? Have you decided? Will it be pros, amateurs, both?
I've got this premises is actually going to be run by a church, a Christian church.
Okay.
Obi is the pastor, and I've got to work around him. At first, he didn't want professional boxers in here.
Okay.
Yeah. But he does a lot of work in the community.
Yeah.
He has a lot of court referrals of kids who get in trouble with the police and stuff like that, and he's hoping to introduce schools to bring kids here, of which he can get the funding for and everything else.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a part of that. Yeah. I'm going to be involved in running the boxing side of that for him. I'm not going to be bringing in any help. I've got my help, Swaley Ali.
Okay.
Yeah. He's my help. He's the only help I'm going to have.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not saying other people can't use it, but they'll be paying.
Yeah.
There'll be no freebies. I ain't going to be like the TKO. I got took for a ride up the TKO through my good heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. It don't happen no more. I'm not being horrible.
It's a business, isn't it?
I learned. It cost me the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah. That can't happen now.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to reopen TKO Amateur Boxing Club, which we affiliated but never used last time when we was at TKO.
Yeah.
So we're just going to re-affiliate that. I don't know whether I'm going to go with the Alliance or the ABA yet. I've got to talk to both and find out the best options.
Will that still be housed here though, John?
That's going to be housed here.
Okay.
Yeah. As I say, the local community is going to be encouraged to use the gym at a reduced rate. Again, we're going to do classes, and I'm going to be there to supervise the classes. So it's going to be pretty much, I'm going to be divorced from my wife in about 6 months.
Hopefully not.
She'll be able to get me out of her hair, to be honest.
But you're going to be proper hands-on.
Hands-on this time, yeah.
Okay.
Totally hands-on. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. I know you were even at the old TKO gym, but to be fair...
In fairness, I wasn't.
Yeah, but you were in and out. You were in and out.
You're just being nice. I wasn't. I had too many people. I had too many chiefs and not enough Indians.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And there's only going to be one chief this time.
Good. Well, I'm glad to hear that, mate. You mentioned the pastor who's obviously come round. I mean, you get a lot of kids on the road, on the streets, if you like, disadvantaged. They don't have anybody to guide them. So has he potentially sort of come round and thought the idea, look, if you've got pros in here, the kids will look up to them as role models?
That's exactly how I sold it to him.
Good.
Exactly, I've already spoke to Colin McMillan, Nicky Cook, Kevin Mitchell, all good guys. Fighters, world champions, all bar Kevin, who should have been, from this area and the surrounding area. We're going to come on the opening. We're going to try and get local schools to bring some kids on the opening. Have them talk to them three in particular, let the photos done with their belts and so on and so forth, and hopefully that'll encourage the kids to come have an evening. Yeah. That's how I see it. Eventually I'd like to get Chrissy back in here.
Excellent, excellent. Bad Boy Promotions.
Bad Boy Promotions, who I've always worked close with. Yeah. And I was hoping Chrissy was going to come and have a look at it, because I'm sure she's going to look at it.
I'm sure she will, mate.
She'd be done sold, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm trying to take away from Adam or Alec, They've done great hours in them there, but it ain't big enough for them there. I've trained them there. You can't do it.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully things will move on that side as well. Yeah, exactly, Johnny. I mean, what people don't always forget is that there's an element of glamorous side to boxing as well. But some of these people you mentioned, like Colin, Kevin, they've come from humble beginnings as well, and off the streets.
Yeah, and so have I.
Yeah, absolutely.
I ain't got what they've got.
No.
But maybe one day I will. But again, as I said, it's an old age-old cliche. You've been in trouble with the police, boxing saves you. Yeah. I know you hear it time and time again, but it is true. It is true. Well, not everybody. Some people, it makes them a big head flash. Now there's only one chief, mate. Bigger and better things for you. Hopefully. That's hopefully exactly, mate. Over the even the last 6 months, like I said, since we last caught up, there's been a lot of good fights. Have you been watching any in particular? I mean, global. Have you watched any of the fights? Keeping in touch? I don't really watch boxing. Okay. Honestly, unless I've got boys involved, I don't like boxing. I'm interested in British fighters. Joe Gallagher, who's a very good friend of mine in particular. If any of these boys are on, I'll stay up and watch them, and so on and so forth. I didn't pay per view on ITV last week. Yeah. Not for any particular reason. Just at weekends I have my grandchildren. I'm not allowed to watch boxing, so no. Family. I have to have like the kiddie channel on there. Did you watch the highlights though? No. You didn't watch it at all?
you obviously know what happened.
Yeah,
so,
of course, yeah.
So, I mean, straight after, just to give you a little idea, he started calling out the likes of Billy Joe, Golovkin.
Yeah, but will he get in the ring with him?
Well, that's the thing. I mean,
he called about before, hasn't he?
Well, he had a chance to be with Golovkin, what, 4 months ago?
Yeah.
And they passed that opportunity, didn't
I've
they?
got no problems with Chris Eubank Jr. or Senior.
Yeah.
And Ronnie Davies is a lifelong friend of mine. And I wish them all the best in the world. But I just think that the Eubanks are going about it the wrong way. You know, I don't know how many hits he had on pay-per-view. You probably know.
I don't actually. Yeah. I think.
I bet Ben Doughty knows.
Ben Doughty he probably would. Well, he put a post up the other day saying, "Does anybody have any idea how many hits?" So maybe he knows now.
Yeah. I mean, but I bet it wasn't as many as they imagined.
And they had a lot of transmission problems because I bought the fight.
Yes.
And it took me an hour to get in.
I've got an NBC box, so I get it all for nothing anyway. So
okay.
But I couldn't get it on there either.
No, I had to go on their website and then
call
them up.
But I noticed on Facebook the amount of people that had paid and didn't get it up.
Yeah, yeah. So
I think it's diabolical that ITV are doing pay-per-view.
Well, they seem to be going back to the Audley Harrison days, didn't they? Via the Eubanks, but
even then, Audley Harrison was never pay-per-view. Was he on ITV?
I think he wasn't he?
Not that I can recall. I might be wrong, but not that I can recall. Ben, there's one for you.
Ben, yeah, you can put your input in there, Ben. Yeah. I think probably the last one wasn't Senior wasn't he? Eubank Senior, back in the days.
I really can't ever recall ITV doing pay-per-view. It's
never
always
having
been
a
a free
box
channel.
Yeah.
I've never known you have to pay for any sport on ITV or BBC.
Well, it's the first, but I think they're gonna have to come up with a bit more of a, I don't know, solid.
They shot their bolt with Audley Harrison, didn't they? Really, and I suppose that they're worried about doing it again, aren't they?
Yeah.
But I just think it's diabolical that a free channel is charging pay-per-view, jumping on a bandwagon with everybody else.
Yeah.
All right, it's great to have another channel showing our sport because you pick up a local newspaper, you got a free page pull out on MMA, and in the corner a little bit on someone who just fought for a world title. We don't get enough press.
Why do you think that is? Because it's sort of flipped around a little bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you can have a kid fighting in Vegas for a world title, and he gets a little column like that in the Sun, the News of the not News of the World, because that's gone now. The Sun, the Mirror, or whatever. You're lucky to just get a little column. But MMA seems to be overtaking us with regards to coverage.
I saw something or read something actually, and a little bit unfair, but somebody said boxing's a bit more like WWE in terms of entertainment, whereas they think MMA is a bit more real.
Do you know what? I wouldn't disagree with that because I think the shows are diabolical. What's the point of going to a show when you know who's going to win?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
I've got a kid who's 0 and 12. He's a journeyman, goes and does his job. Certain trainers, and I'm not going to say who, was offered him for a debutant boy. Yeah? They said they want something easier.
Bloody hell.
He's never won a round. If you look on his thing, he just goes and does his job. He's never won a round. They wanted something easier. Now, either they ain't got faith in the kid or they ain't got faith in their own training ability. I know what one I'm pitching for.
And Johnny, how does that even work? I mean, is it because the guy knows he's got limited skill set, or he's just become used to?
Or is it because the trainer ain't good enough to tell the kid how to win a fight?
True.
I'm sure that kid would take that fight.
Yeah. But we also had the I know you said you didn't see it. David Price, another one. He's done so well to get to.
I love David Price. He's a good mate of mine. I love him. He's great.
Yeah. You probably heard again. Got stopped by Christian Hammer. Yeah. What do you think's in the pipeline for him now? I think he can get it back together, but he needs a lot of work.
Do you know the problem with not just heavyweight? Because people go, if heavyweight hits you on the chin, that's it.
Well, it's any
The
weight.
problem is if someone your own weight hits you on the chin in the right place. Yeah. But the problem is if you haven't got that vulnerability, that strength around your chin, you're vulnerable around the chin.
That punch resistance, isn't it?
Punch resistance, especially when you move outside a certain level. And unfortunately, David Price, it's happening to him inside that level.
Yeah. I mean, I was on a couple of groups, and I think Ben was one of those as well. And I looked at it because when the expert panel, Duke McKenzie, Lennox Lewis, Andre Ward, they was focused on his weight. And I must admit, when I saw his weight, I think it was 19 stone 9. And then
that's
when
big for him.
That's big for him. Yeah, because he looks brilliant at 244,
Yeah.
which is about 17 and a half stone. So I thought to myself, he's got to be at least 20 and a half stone on fight
On the
night,
night,
on the night. But a few of the others seem to think it wasn't to do with his weight, but it was more to do with his mindset.
Listen, when I boxed, it's a standing joke. I always say they used to call me Yo-Yo.
Okay.
Because every fight I got knocked down, but I always got back up again, right? I only ever got knocked out once, and that was with a body shot. Yeah? But it's in your mind.
Yeah.
It's in your mind, and you know, especially as a professional, when you go up to that level, you must start to doubt, am I good enough to be in that level? And all of a sudden, your next fight, you're at that level again, and you're thinking, oh, what's going to happen here? Do you know what I'm saying?
I mean, Christian Hammer's beaten him with some good names, but I actually thought Davy Price would beat him.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, as I said, David, you know, is a friend of mine, and I don't like saying things that might upset people, but I read the writing from the Olympics when he got beat by the Italian in the Olympics. He wasn't a big heavyweight.
Yeah.
And I just thought to myself, please, Dave, as you get into different levels, you're going to get it on that chin. Is your chin good enough for it?
Yeah. Well, hopefully he can go back to the drawing board.
Because he's a lovely kid, David.
Yeah, you know, by all accounts, he's a good guy. Mate, the old, obviously TKO. I know some of the personnel or employees who were there. As you said, there's a lot of chiefs. Yeah. Is there going to be any of those people coming here to join you at all? No. Okay, that answers my question. Nice and brief.
You know, obviously, Rio's going to be pretty to hand, doing things behind the scenes for me, but he's got so much he's doing himself now.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's what I'm saying, I'm going to be total hands-on. Mark Tibbs has been on the phone to me saying he'd like to come a few times with his fighters, whether that escalates into anything else, that's up to them. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It'd be nice to have them back, but to be honest with you, I don't really want any of the others back.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need them back.
Yeah. Well, the guys you mentioned...
They've proved that to me, do you know what I mean? So,
the guys you mentioned, Rio, Luca, Mark, good guys, and I'm sure they will be, mate. Yeah. Once you're fully open, they will be.
You know, as it is at the moment, I'm running this gym for the pasta.
Yeah.
The pasta, sorry, the pasta's Italian.
That's a posh way of saying it.
For the pasta. But I've got to get round the table with them and find out what my access is going to be to the gym for the professionals.
Yeah.
And who I'm going to be allowed to come in and come out. What I've got to get on record is it isn't my gym. It's this Christian church. It's their gym.
Yeah.
Don't read wrong, I'm not a born again Christian.
You're still going to swear?
And I still have to calm down. I have to keep checking myself. I don't swear in front of the pastor. I keep going to do it and I have to stop it. And that Swaley keeps going, you'll do it, what done well today, you ain't scored.
But Johnny, look, you know, from where we were last time at Newham Boxing Club to now, fantastic facility here. You mentioned some of the names that are going to come through, pros, current pros, ex-pros. And as soon as the kids know that they're in the gym, mate, people are going to flood in here.
I mean, surely, you can tell I'm in a different mindset from when I was at...
100%,
100%. And, you know, I'm just... Yeah. I'm getting my buzz back for boxing. I might even start watching...
Listen, even with the cold outside, the snow, you're
I might even start
chirpy.
Watching boxing again on the telly, I don't know yet.
Excellent.
My buzz is coming back. Once I've got this open...
Well, hopefully for the next fight, we'll review some of the fights you would have watched by then.
Yeah.
2017, mate, it's still a brand new year. What are you hoping for the gym and possibly some of your fights coming through, mate?
At the moment, I've got 3 fighters on my books.
Pros?
So, 3 pros.
Okay.
One's a journeyman, who's the funniest guy you'll ever meet in your life.
Okay.
And, you know, he boxed with bad ribs. So, a trainer goes with him. I don't go, a trainer goes. So he rang me after the fight. I said, how'd you get on? He went, yeah, I lost him. I said, how's your ribs? He said, the guy was too busy punching me in the face to worry about his ribs. He's a great guy. And I've got little Danny Arnold, who's 1-0, and I think the jewel in the crown at the moment is Mickey O'Rourke, who's 6-0. He's been out 13 months with a stress fracture to the shin.
Okay. Which
progressed through shin splints. He's now back in the gym. He's fighting on March the 17th on Eddie Hearn's show. His first one back. I'm hoping...
Is that in Brentwood?
No, it's Your Call.
Your Call, okay.
I'm hoping that by the end of 2017 he's at least English lightweight champion.
Perfect.
Obviously, we take the right steps, southern area, English, British, and onwards. But the kid's more than capable of being British champion.
And that division, mate, is electric at the moment as well, isn't it? Lightweight.
Very, very electric. But 2 or 3 more fights, and I'd put him in with most lightweights in the country. Yeah. Obviously, the top bracket's a little bit special at the moment.
Yeah.
I'd put him in with most of them.
Yeah, like I said, outside of probably the welterweight division, I think that lightweight division, domestic and global, is looking pretty strong. Finally, mate, before we go off, any other gym details that you want to promote, or is it just sort of watch this space?
Watch my Facebook page, but I'll just brief you on what we're going to be doing. As I said, we're going to reopen the TKO Amateur Boxing Club.
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing kids classes, probably Saturday mornings for little kids, hence the little ring.
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing learn to box courses, 8-week courses, where you come in as a raw, and by the end of 8 weeks, the last week we have you sparring. It's a thing I did at a gym in Fulham years ago with Peter Swinney.
Okay. And
we did really well there. We charge a fee for the 8 classes, payable up front. Obviously everything that we charge here goes through the church.
Yeah.
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 So it's a way of helping Obi keep going. I mean, what he does is unbelievable. He's got a food bank here. He's got a clothes bank here. He's got a church here, and he's now going to have
a boxing gym.
One of the best boxing gyms in the country.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, mate, listen, thank you so much for your time today. It's great to see you, and as you say, you buzz.
You see me smiling.
I see you smiling, mate.
Don't smile.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But listen,
true.
Well, but listen, it's great to see you. It's great to see you smiling. And hats off to these guys here as well for giving you the space, because brilliant. I really believe bigger and better things to come for you guys, mate. Here. All right. God bless, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Take care.